So we're gonna get this thing going. We've got a lot to talk about. Yeah, so how about last time I streamed this, I had no idea that we were getting 2 brand new Metroid games. And now, here I sit, playing Metroid Zero Mission, and I've discovered now, we've all discovered, that there are multiple Metroid games on the way. Not 1, not 2. People are calling me a prophet. I'm not a prophet. It's been a while. It's been a while, Samus. Phase 3 of Metroid releases are on the way. It feels good, man. So, man, yeah, so it worked. It worked. And we've got a Metroid game coming out. We've got 2 of them. But 1 is coming out in just a few months. We've got Metroid Samus Returns, which is a Metroid 2 remake. I guess you could call it another Metroid 2 remake. I kind of understand now why Nintendo shit-canned the remake that the dude made. What's the dude who made it? What's his name? Dude? Just generic dude. I understand it a little bit better now. I may not totally agree with it, but you know, if Nintendo was making a Metroid 2 remake, then yeah, I kind of get it. But here's the thing, you don't have to choose, necessarily. You know, it's not one or the other. Another Metroid 2 remake, the one I played a couple months ago, was amazing. I loved it. It was great. And I think this one we're seeing on the 3DS is actually kind of a different take on that. And so, should I go to Torian now, or should I look for, should I head to the surface? What do you guys think? Criteria. I think, I probably could get a couple more things in criteria before I go to Torian. Go to Torian? Okay, let's do it then. So I'm really, I was joking before. Someone was like, Vinny, why do you think Bethesda won? I was absolutely not serious. Bethesda had the worst conference. Despite Wolfenstein being one of my most anticipated titles, they really blew chunks. For so many reasons. But, yeah, so I'm excited to play this new Metroid game, Samus Returns. It's exactly what I wanted. I've been talking about it for years. Just a 2.5D game, really solid Metroid game, side-scrolling. No bullshit story. I mean, some story is nice, some lore is nice, but we don't need bullshit lore and bullshit story. Spec Pirate. So the Prime announcement is, I think, just Nintendo saying, alright, listen, we've got a lot of people. We have people's attention with the Switch. Just fucking blow them away. Just announce that it's happening. You know, I bet they barely even have any work in the game yet. But the fact that it's happening makes me want to be extra careful while I'm driving. They have a squishy Metroid amiibo, which is like mushy peas. I don't know what Retro's working on. I bet they're doing something either completely different or Donkey Kong. Isn't that amazing? Who would have thought? Shit. Fucking... Metroids are basically alien facehuggers. But I think it's a great way to say, alright, listen, we kind of bone things up a little bit with Other M. You know, so we're gonna go back to Metroid 2. I was a little upset because we just got a Metroid 2 remake and now we're doing more Metroid 2. But it looks different enough to the point where this barely feels like the original Metroid, because so much is different. So I'm pretty satisfied. The new game mechanics look good. I was a little reticent at first about the melee attacks, but I think they look really like a natural kind of evolution of Metroid from that 2D thing. I know Retro's not making Metroid Prime 4, but the director of the previous Prime games is on the job. So I'm not too worried. I mean, is there a reason to be worried? Maybe, but I'm not. I think they're gonna do a good job with it. They're not gonna fucking beans it up. Especially now that they're doing well, they can afford to put resources and time into this title and say, listen, Metroid's back, it's not shit, and we're gonna do a good job with it. The 30th anniversary snub was just painful. But it looks like they were, you know, planning stuff that whole time. So, I mean, it's not like all is forgiven necessarily, but it's just nice to see that these things are happening. I'm really excited. Will I ever stream Other M? I did when it first came out years ago, and I never will again. Well, I'll never say never, but I'd probably prefer to save my brain cells and time for some other game that I might enjoy more. Or another Limbo of the Lost playthrough, perhaps. I'm not, no. Donation incentive. I mean, I'm already working on the Mario comic. Me and Mike have some ideas for a good Mario video. So that's the donation incentive. Then I'm gonna do Japanese karaoke, probably right around the charity stream. I am going to limit the fuck out of my incentives this year, because I really just bit off more than I could chew. So... instead of me doing charity incentives, how about people... the way I see it, people should just donate because they want to donate to a good cause. And I'll just do as much wacky shit as I can all year. Instead of, like, setting myself up with, you know, goals like Limbo of the Lost restream. No thanks. No thanks, mate. It actually genuinely, like, knowing I have shit to, like, specific things to do in stream, by, like, a time limit actually gives me a little bit of anxiety, so I'd rather not do that to myself. Because then, you know, I start resenting something that's really good, and I don't want to do that. So... you know... Try to be happy with the things that you have in your life. That's kind of my motto. On top of throw trash pickles out your window. Holy shit. It's a fucking Metroid orgy. Speaking of orgies, did you know that Adam West was, like, really into that kind of shit? And, like, him and Burt Ward, you know, the dude that played Robin, there was, like, some news, I mean, it was clickbait, but there was some article that Adam West was in an orgy with, like, 8 people at once, and it was just, like, this crazy fucking clickbait article about his sexcapades, which is really no one's business, you know, but holy shit. And then Burt Ward was talking about it, and I was just, like, blown away by some of the stuff they were writing. Yes, the kind old man, Adam West, the guy who played Batman, he was like, well, they liked the bat suit because there were no extraneous things like muscles. Within the suit, it was all just West. Pure West. I mean, when I talked a little bit about Adam West when he passed away, I was, you know, I didn't really think about for a minute. Like, cause, you know, certain celebrity deaths hit you harder than others. But then I kind of watched some videos, I watched some old Batman clips. I used to like that show growing up, I really did. And, you know, then I saw some interviews and, like, some of his cameos and stuff. Dude had a great sense of humor. Dude was, like, really self-aware, and he was really, like, he got typecast from the Batman role. Like, he did not get proper acting gigs because of that. Because of the Batman. And for years, he actually turned to alcohol and shit. But, you know, he pulled through, he lived a long life, and he had a great sense of humor, got to do a bunch of work, you know, voice acting, and, yeah, he was great. He was great. It hit me later how sad it is to lose him. I do not like Big Bang Theory, but there was a skit I saw online about him talking about how Christian Bale sucks, and all the other Batmen suck compared to him. And, I liked it. It was good. Just him taking the piss. Anyway, here's Mother Brain. This is a pretty faithful recreation of original Mother Brain, of OG Brain from Metroid 1. And if you're a Super Metroid fan and you never played the original, this will look familiar. I'm really doing terrible, aren't I? Guys, what is happening? And here I was complaining about Metroid difficulty. I can't stay out of the fucking lava. Trying to get like a rhythm, but it's real hard to do that. Okay, see right. Basically, I'm standing in the wrong spot before. Wow. Wow. How much you want to bet I'm gonna fall in lava and die? Oh my god. So here's this fucking hallway. Again, this may look familiar if you've played Super Metroid or watched Super Metroid or eaten a dick. Fuck! Six HP. Please let there not be any enemies. I don't remember if there's anything in this destruct sequence that can kill me. But this is pretty much, yeah, this is how Metroid 1 played out, mostly. However, there's some surprises. Wow, it fucking killed Mother Brain. 6 HP. My god. That's one of the best clutches, I think. I mean, there's no excuse to why I did so bad during that fight, but that was a clutch and a half. Surprise! I always was troubled by this drawing of Samus. Not this one. Definitely not this one. The other one. The timing of my escape couldn't have been worse. I was attacked by space pirates and I left nearly defenseless, stripped of my power armor. All I had for protection was my rather useless emergency pistol. Infiltrating the space pirate mothership, so armed, may have been foolish, but I had no choice. I had no choice. Could I survive long enough to escape? This is something that definitely caught me off guard when I first played this game. Chozodia, which is like chorizo and chode. I'm sorry. That was really inappropriate. But yeah, this is the first appearance of Zero Suit Samus. The idea being, you know, Samus doesn't have her suit. Here's space pirates. I think I like... You know what I like about this, as opposed to, say, like, Other M? Is that it shows that Samus can still be a badass without her suit. And still do cool shit. But just in a different way. Like stealth, for example. It's a way to see a little bit more of Samus's character without fucking tons of pointless exposition and babby. It was Scoot's birthday today, that's correct. I visited Scoot earlier. Justin Bailey code wasn't technically the Zero Suit, it was just Samus in a Bailey, which is an old-fashioned term for a swimsuit. Nah, mate. Nah, mate! Nah, mate! And I've already been seen. You can freeze them very, very, very shortly. Very temporarily. That pirate was cheating. I guess pirates really were the theme of this year's E3. 2 games with space pirates in them, and then 2 pirate games. Okay, well, we don't know if Space Pirates are gonna make an appearance in Prime 4. And we don't know if they're gonna make an appearance in Samus Returns. Oh, fuck. Which I don't think they would. I think Samus Returns, being a Metroid 2 thing, is gonna be mostly just planet stuff and weird fucking aliens. Oh my god. Mistakes were made all around. Nope. I'm not here. What the fuck is happening? Oh, come on! Come on! I'm so fucking boned. God damn it! After acing Mother Brain with no damage, that happens. That's a scripted one, I think. I think this is just to freak you out and to say like, yeah, this is what happens. Get moving. Don't be an asshole. In fact, that's exactly what that is. I haven't watched very many speedruns of this game, but I think I'm gonna have to. I've seen enough Super Metroid speedruns. And even a couple Fusion speedruns, but not for this one. I think I've only ever seen maybe 1 speedrun of this, and I don't remember it. So, yeah, I've had time to think a little bit, and I feel like, the Nintendo E3 was really more or less exactly what I wanted, barring a few, you know, like, it would have been nice to have this kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm really kind of surprised it's this far in the game and we didn't get Virtual Console info. This is like the only Nintendo console in a while I've wanted Virtual Console info on because it's portable. So... still pretty solid though. I think there's definitely something for everyone. And the Rabbids game, I hate to say it, didn't completely disgust me. I might not ever buy the game, I might not ever play the game, but it did not completely turn me off once I saw, you know, more of it. And it seems like the Rabbids are less of a thing. It's mainly Mario. Like, it takes place in the Mushroom Kingdom. There's a lot of Mario lore and stuff like that. So that was definitely... I'm glad that it leaked, so I had time to hate it and process that it existed before it was announced at E3. Pizza47 in chat says, would have been better without Rabbids. First of all, nice username. I agree. Yeah, I don't think Rabbids needed to. Rayman would have been fine. I would have been fine with Rayman. I mean, I get it, especially maybe because they're trying to push Rabbids a little bit more after the Minions thing blew up. And they're like, hey, we got something too. We've been doing this shit for years. They're wacky! Precious! No, I'm good on the E3 game poll. I don't need that anymore. Rabbids are bigger in Japan. Oh, shit. Who do you think won E3? You can't really do that, because then it's... You know, listen. I know what I liked best. I like Nintendo best, because they revealed Metroid. There were games that I actually wanted. But every single conference had something that I wanted. Whether it be Wolfenstein, South Park, Star Wars... Whether it be Shadow of the Colossus, even Spoodermang looked great. Anthem looked alright. I mean, who knows what it's actually going to look like. There were so many really... I mean, people were disappointed by certain companies on the whole. But I think throughout the whole thing, there were so many good games in there. Sport Ball 2018. Monster Hunter looked great. I was hoping we'd get some information about Monster Hunter Double Cross on the Switch. Maybe some localization stuff, but we didn't get that info. But just knowing that Monster Hunter World is being made was pretty cool. Game looked beautiful. And I'm gonna get it on the PC, more than likely. But yeah, Monster Hunter Double Cross was something I was expecting from the Nintendo conference. I feel like that would have been a really nice thing to showcase. But, still no word on its localization. I don't see why they wouldn't. They said they're focusing on World. Double Cross is not coming to the US. Is that confirmed? That we're not getting a localized Double Cross? They are westernizing Monster Hunter World. Someone said, I heard rumors there's gonna be Monster Hunter Worlds is gonna be watered down for Western audiences. That's what I've been led to believe too. I don't know how true that is, but it's plausible. Oh. I was like, oh, there's an item down there. Nope. Can't get that until later, probably. But yeah, that's kind of disappointing if they're not focusing on westernizing any of the Monster Hunter stuff for the Switch. You fucking cock. Oh, how am I gonna get out of this pickle? I'm in a real pickle now, folks. These guys are jerks. Little Norm Macdonald for you. Oh, come on. Come the fuck on. Can you stop following me, you fucking Schwangus? I also predicted summon the Egypt setting for a game. Really? How did I do that? What did I say? Did I not predict, did I say Assassin's Creed specifically, or what did I say? The backgrounds in this game. Oh, I see what you're saying. I didn't say anything. It was just playing this game brought forth the Egyptian setting for Assassin's Creed, which looked good. For a series I have no interest in and have never played, I actually kind of want that one. Sonic Forces. Wow, everyone wants me to talk about Sonic Forces. How about I talk about Sonic's foreskin and we call it a day? I don't really, I didn't see it. I didn't see the Sonic Forces trailer. I'm not really, you know, I plan on playing a Sonic game this year for the first time, so I'm not gonna have too much of an opinion on a Sonic game. I'm sorry, guys. The $800 special edition for Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I talked about that while I was live during the thing, and it looked like there were $200 worth of stuff in there, and no more. Oh my god, look at that sexy Chozo. I can't take a single hit. One more hit and it's curtains. It's all over. It's all over, Batman. Your coworker pre-ordered the $800 special edition. Well, your coworker is one of 200 people in the world that's getting that $800 special edition, which, again, $200 max, maybe $3. That's what it looked like to me. I don't know the exact. I know what's in the special edition. I don't know if it's made of pure gold or diamond. Oh, in the country. It's 200 in the country. Okay, there's more in the world. Okay. I mean, I think most people, though, going back to originally what someone asked me, who won E3, most of the discussion I've seen online, people were pretty adamant that Nintendo won. But I don't think the bar was set very high. I think there were a number of solid conferences, a number of really disappointing ones, a number of boring ones, which were actually, some of the solid ones were pretty fucking boring too. But I've said, and I stand by this, if you're a Nintendo fan, you had a good E3. Whoa. if you're not a Nintendo fan and you don't have a Switch, I'm not sure if this E3 would have necessarily convinced you to jump on board. We didn't really get a ton of new IP. We got, you know, we have ARMS coming out. Splatoon 2 is still, I mean, that's just number 2. So we haven't, like, done that one to death. But Nintendo's ability to innovate with something like, say, Mario Odyssey. I should probably not even attempt that, right? It's just gonna fucking get me killed. Mario Odyssey looks amazing. I would say that was probably one of the games of the show for me. Based on what we've seen. It's really, 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 really good. And really bizarre. And it's like that open world kind of, not open world, but it's the freedom that we had in Mario Sunshine in 64. Just, you know. Oh my god. This is crazy. I forgot how much of this section there was. Oh my god. Ah! And the Kirby game, I guess, I don't know how I didn't notice that there was, weapon combining when I was watching the trailer. I probably got distracted by something, or some fucking technical glitch or something. But, yeah, in Kirby, it returns to the, combination system from Kirby 64, which is generally considered to be one of the best Kirby games. And I love the weapon combining system, plus all the weird co-op stuff. I don't know why I did that. I mean, technically this eye should stop, right? Yeah, Vinny's not focusing properly. Also, I did mention earlier that I had an extremely, excruciatingly long day, so that's my excuse for now. Oh shit, he forgot about me. I'm gonna try this again. Why? I don't know. I can't really get the flow of it. But yeah, I think the Kirby game looks great. And the Yoshi game looks, I don't know what that is. It looks fine. I need more. I didn't really get a lot of info. I just know that they took Yoshi back in the right direction. I'm an asshole. With previous Yoshi game, Woolly World. Woolly World was very good. Kirby doesn't always have, like, the most exciting games. I feel like sometimes Kirby can get a little bit, like, stale. Just because you know, it's not the hardest series. But they're always good. And they're always fun. I'm gonna try to fucking stop wall jumping, I think. This is insane. They instantly know I'm here. Oh man, look at this. Look at this blunder. This blunderbuss. You know, if he just didn't see me for a second, I would have been fine. Just another second. There's definitely some Kirby that bites back a little bit, though. It's not all, like, baby easy. There are varying levels of difficulty. I'm fucking trash at this right now. Even if you make it up there, you can't go further without your suit. Okay. I thought maybe I had, like some sequence breaking shit that I could do up there. I got it this time. I'm not gonna fuck around. I'm gonna pay very close attention, and I'm not gonna get caught. Planet Robobot had some difficult moments. Triple Deluxe had a couple difficult moments. There's definitely some difficulty in Kirby. It just usually takes a while to get there. In my experience with Kirby games, it takes like 3 or 4 worlds before you start getting to the real, like, challenging stuff. Mario usually starts getting hard a little bit earlier than that. And I realized how I said that sentence, and it definitely could have used a revision. And in terms of difficulty, Metroid 3DS game, Return of Samus, it looked difficult. They showed a number of segments. And, yeah, it didn't look easy. It started out pretty easy looking. Fuck you! That pirate. That's the real fucking... That's the clown. That's the real clown. Humanoid lobsters. If lobsters evolved to be humanoid on planet Earth, this is what they would look like. I don't know why I'm doing this. This is insane. What is even over here? Anything? Nope. Swiggity. Swooty. And yet again, I'm in a predicament. Vinny's in a pickle yet again. Okay, that's no fair. They can wall jump so much easier than me. Okay, this is it. I got it this time. God damn it. Am I looking forward to ARMS this Friday? Yeah, mildly. I had fun with ARMS. I know I'm gonna have less fun when everyone plays the game more than me, and I'm losing every match that I play. But I definitely had a good time with it, and it's a surprise. I was gonna pass on ARMS completely until I played it. I think they gotta, you know, the Switch has a solid lineup this year. People are always gonna want more. They're always gonna want their favorite thing to come back. They're always gonna want new stuff, and I can't blame them for that one. But just given what we have, this year's got a pretty solid cock. I was just, like, kind of hoping they would be content with killing each other. I think we have a solid lineup, us Switch owners. Obviously, I'm really excited for Samus Returns, but that's not gonna be a Switch game. That's a 3DS game, so I'm not gonna count that. But between Xenoblade 2, Mario Odyssey, ARMS, Splatoon 2, and other games, that I cannot think of at the moment, such as the fabulous indie titles that I discussed in a previous stream. Prime 4 is not this year. I'm just talking about 2017. Oh, this is cool. Nice. Nice. Time to get cluster cocked. Unbelievable. Turn around at the end of the path and then shoot it. I have to shoot it at the very end. Okay. Run to the end, then shoot the big brick. Oh, I see what you're saying. People were saying shoot the floor. Yeah, that Detroit Become Human game. I've never played Heavy Rain. Mono's into the idea of Detroit Become Human, and the title makes me laugh more than anything, and some of the choices, and you know, the fact that it's one of those QTE games kind of reminds me of the Telltale stuff. I'm a little sick of Telltale, but I actually know a number of people who are kind of excited about that game. I like androids. I like, you know, the theme of the game. I like the idea of it. So that there's no way past them, then. I'm convinced about that. And you can't shoot them because they come alive. Oh god. I just realized that some of the designs look like penises. I'll point them out if they happen again. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I don't know. The Detroit thing didn't really do anything for me. Oh, there we go. I finally understood what you guys meant. These. Am I just a really bad person? Am I a terrible person for noticing that? I don't know if I should apologize or be apologized to. Fuck. This is where Samus goes into the bait, into the thing. And then Samus becomes one with herself. But you cannot kill the Tambot. Oh god, that looks like another cock. There's another way to interpret what that looks like, too. I'm sorry I've ruined this game for a number of people by seeing dicks where there are no dicks. I think I have to wait. Yeah. It's been a couple years since I played this, and my memory is kind of shit, so... Shit. So you're punished for jumping. No, you're not. Wait, no, you're not. Okay, that was BS. I thought it lightninged every time I jumped. Shit. Fucking hell! Wait, so the suit was destroyed, but the Chozo had, like, the ancient Chozo had an extra one. Just around. Nice. Plasma. Can blast through multiple enemies. Gravity suit reduces damage from foes. Enables free movement in water, stops lava damage. And space jump. It's a good thing they had a spare. But you know, my favorite game of the convention, of all of E3. Also, I love this. Hearing the music again like this, it's fucking awesome. I don't know if you guys are aware of the game, the legendary release, Garfield Go. It's real. It's Pokemon Go with Garfield. Oh man, am I really gonna bring this to people for the first time? Am I really breaking wind? Am I breaking fresh news? Alright. I will take a moment out of Metroid to bring you Sponge. No, to bring you Garfield Go. A real game. A real fucking game.
I'm not overweight. I'm under tall.
So you have to get the lasagna in the bowls to feed Garfield when he shows up. It says here you collect prizes both virtual and literal. Yep. So you collect comics.
Meow. Meow.
Right? You collect real things that have prize money, including gift cards for Amazon, Starbucks, and more. Okay, shut the fuck up, Garfield.
Meow. 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 Meow.
Oh, that's really horrendously annoying.
Meow. Meow.
It's got the voice of Lorenzo Music as Garfield. Different rarities of chests can be found. Treasures include trinkets, which you can trade for coins, hats, comics, and... yeah. Okay, this is actually getting... this is getting frustrating.
I'm under tall.
Look. Guys, look, it's Garfield Go. It's really, there's not much else. Did that guy have a gun?
Meow. My grandmother. Meow.
Why does he have a gun?
Meow. Meow.
What the fuck?
Meow.
Why is he pointing a gun around his house? Oh, okay, I thought it was, for a second, I was like worried, but it's fine. It's fine. I mean, if Garfield was in your phone, annoying you with the phrase meow over and 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 over again, I'd probably want to kill the Garfield too. Garfield, go. The only way I would be— oh, that's what's up there. The only way I'd be down for Garfield Go is if I could unlock Real Field comics. I wonder what other Go games are gonna come out as a result of both Garfield Go and Pokemon Go. I mean, trailblazers in their respective fields. Legends. Vinesauce Go. Yeah, here's how you play Vinesauce Go. You watch the stream for a couple of minutes, and then you go away and leave after after discovering the stream. Meow. Meow. It's funny, Morty, because Lorenzo Music did the voice of Garfield, you know, and then Bill Murray did it in the movie. My Rick voice has really turned into some hot garbage, hasn't it? Shame I can't use that scan thing that's in other new Metroid. True speak, the meowing is what having an actual cat is like. Yeah, I know. I know. Not all cats are obnoxious like that, though, right? I mean, there's some cats that aren't like serial meowgamists, right? Not all of them, but most of them. I'm actually shocked that more people didn't give me shit for saying serial meowgamists. There's another big difference between this game and Super Metroid. Super Metroid, the save points don't give you health. You have to find a health station and a missile recharge station, which kind of ramps up the survival aspect of that game. Like, oh shit, I have nothing, and I'm not going to have anything for a while. I better farm enemies for a while. Oh, thanks, Carrie. It's pretty good, Carrie. How's the video games going? How's alchemy? How's things? You guys working on new secret projects? Oh, hey, Fred. I don't think most save stations give you health in this game either. The ship does, though. Really? Did I just forget about that? But there's no health recharge stations in this game, right? Power bomb that tunnel. I don't have power bombs yet. Did I miss power bombs? Video games is going good. It's good, man. Glad to hear. The Chozo statues heal you. Wait, let me just double check here. I don't have power bombs. Power bombs are a little bit later. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Chozodia. I don't want to, you know, miss anything important in Chozodia, so... Cooking stream when? Nah, man. No, I'm not doing a cooking stream anytime soon. I can tell you what I made the other day. No, the other day. I actually don't like spinach, but I had really good, like a spinach pasta kind of thing. With asparagus and like a creamy sauce that included cheese and things. It's not a lot of detail, but... I don't know, spinach was always one of those things that just revulsed me. Yeah, when I was younger. And... maybe it was just never made right. Like, I have a feeling that my family just did not make vegetables right. Like, they made them to the most extreme Italian tastes possible. Like sweaty garlic socks. Just like boiled sweat garlic. But, this pasta was really good. And I like garlic. I like it, you know, in the, you know, it has to be done right. Not like a whole fucking bulb of garlic like I did that one time. But, in a pasta, in a sauce... Fuck yeah. Especially with the right vegetables, too. Wario-flavored vegetables. That's correct. I love that this ship has some standby, some, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess cameos from some of the enemies from the sunken ship in Metroid Super. Vinny, have you ever had Olive Garden? I actually have never been to an Olive Garden. I've been to a Macaroni Grill. I've been to a couple of other, like, quote-unquote Italian places, but I've never eaten at an Olive Garden, and I'm not entirely opposed to the idea. It just hasn't happened. That and the spirits of my ancestors would haunt me for eternity. So, I mean, maybe I have a couple reasons. I heard, yeah, people are saying the breadsticks are good. Dude, I like fucking Domino's cheesy bread. I really, really, as long as it's tasty, I'll eat it. Doesn't mean I should eat it all the time. You know, I'm especially aware these days, my metabolism is probably slowed down a little bit. I'm especially acutely aware of which food makes me feel like shit if I eat too much of it. But I definitely, I can go for some shitty food from time to time, and I'm not like an elitist about it. Again, it's my ancestors who would give me shit about eating Olive Garden. that Blaze Pizza place that you recommended, Jeff. I gotta say, I've eaten there like twice or 3 times by now. It's surprisingly good. And that's chain pizza. That's not necessarily like Domino's quality, but it's, you know, it's better than that. But it, you know, with all the New York options I have here, with all like the really like mom and pop pizza places that are just legendary and amazing, I still think that Blaze Pizza place is actually really good. It just sounds like a 15-year-old named it. Gonk. Yeah, those robots are Gonk from Star Wars. XX Blaze 420, XX Blaze Pizza, Xbox One, XD. Speaking of E3 though, just to change topics, I'm all over the place tonight, guys. But I'd like to kind of just say that I'm really impressed with the way Phil Spencer conducts his business as the head of Microsoft. You know, like he actually, the Xbox account made a tweet about Nintendo, like, you know, crush them, or like do a good job, shit like that. You know, they're doing cross-platform play. They're, you know, when the Switch came out, they were like, congrats. It's really, you know, it's something I like to see. We don't need, like, everyone can operate in their own space. Everyone's doing something different. We don't necessarily need people to be like, your thing sucks. Phil Spencer seems like a dude who genuinely likes video games. I may not want an Xbox One X. I may not be interested in whatever it is Microsoft has been showing lately, but I can appreciate Mr. Spencer for his attitude and for his, I think, genuine interest and passion in video games. Okay, I need to concentrate for a second, then I have some really, really interesting things to tell you. I don't want to die. I will lose more progress that I'm comfortable with losing right now. Just gotta hit that save point up. That's it. Okay, good. So how about that Sony? Cross-platform play. I need to talk about that. So, Microsoft, for Rocket League and Minecraft, they're doing cross-platform play with PC and the Switch. Sony is not involved in that cross-platform play. Sony, cross-platform. And here's why. This is directly from Sony's mouth, okay? So, in an interview with Eurogamer, global sales and marketing head Jim Ryan says this is why Sony doesn't want to do cross-platform play. And the answer is, we've got to be mindful of our responsibility to our install base. Minecraft, the demographic playing that, you know as well as I do, is all ages, but it's also very young. We have a contract with the people who go online with us. We look after them. They're within the PlayStation curated universe. Exposing what in many cases are children to external influences we have no ability to manage or look after is something we have to think very carefully about. Then Eurogamer pointed out that even Nintendo's okay with this. And Ryan said, that's true, everyone has their own decisions. We'll do that. Like I say, we have no philosophical stance against crossplay at all. But they're not doing it because they're worried about babies playing Minecraft. Eurogamer said, it doesn't seem to be a problem for Nintendo, perhaps the most mindful video game company of the protection of children. So, they said that it's not a done deal and they're not dogmatic about it, so maybe things could change. Maybe they'd be open to it in the future. But I found that to be a very, very weird twist they do have cross-platform play with PC on a few things, from what I understand. So it's not like they're totally closed off to it. But using that as an excuse, or I'm sorry, a reason. I'm glad someone was like, yeah, no, Nintendo is probably the most kid-oriented developer, publisher. You know, like they really, you know, friend codes and all that stuff. Nintendo's been shitty for years with voice chat and online interaction, and yet they're fine with Minecraft and Rocket League going against people on PC and Xbox. So it's just a really bizarre decision. I know it's not a very popular one. On the other hand, I can understand people that say, just to play devil's advocate, Sony has their right to do this. They're top dog at the moment in the video game world when it comes to consoles. They don't have to do anything. And if they kind of do that, in some ways they're groveling. So that's one of the reasons I've seen why they're not doing it, because they don't need to, and because they're already doing so well, why would they want to, like, lower themselves to that? Which I essentially think is stupid, but I mean, hey, it's business. Someone in chat also says they also have a right to fail in the market for dumb decisions. Do you remember when PS3 wasn't doing as good and Xbox kind of got a little bit of traction? And then, you know, became like kind of market leaders to some extent. And then they started making really dumb decisions too, like, you know, and then Sony became kind of the top dog again. Then they got like kind of closed off, and Sony's historically had some really, really bizarre business decisions and business practices. I mean, every company has, but Sony in particular, there was that hack. There were so many things that Sony did that pissed their consumers off, and there's a lot of people who claim that they're being anti-consumer at the moment. Now, I don't know if I agree with that entirely, but I understand the sentiment. I think it's really easy to lose sight and real easy to kind of like start getting a little too closed off when you're the top dog, and start making decisions that try to that will fuck you in the long run. Nintendo's been there. Nintendo has been on the top many times. They've been, you know, market leaders, and then got a little bit cocky, and then you know, dropped down. Xbox right now is really, you know, humble, or it seems like they are. Microsoft, they're like, you know, doing cross-platform stuff. They're like really opening the door to Nintendo and to Sony with cross-platform and other, you know, like even just compliments, like congratulations, you launched your system. Phil Spencer said they're not competing with the PS4 Pro because it's a $500 system and it's in a different realm. They're not trying to compete. They're trying to operate within their own space for like gearheads or people who like really like the tech of the Xbox One X. And I definitely understand that. Competition can be healthy, and I think that any company that gets a little too up their own ass can be dangerous. And I've said before, I got called anti-Nintendo. Me getting called an anti-Nintendo like person. Could you believe that? But I've been called that because I did an article for Go Nintendo years ago where I said that I think it's good that Nintendo eats shit every now and then, and they fail so they can see where they've made mistakes, and they can pick themselves up by their bootstraps and then do some good stuff and actually like back them against the wall a little bit, show them some humility, as the Iron Sheik would say, make them humble! You know, have them actually try and put effort in and not just print money constantly. I think that's good for any company. The competition is good. We don't necessarily need, you know, like people to start like bad-mouthing each other. I don't think people should stop being friends because they choose a console over another. I think console wars are fucking awful and stupid. However, having a console entice you, like, oh no, you've got $300, buy this one. because this is why. We have the best games. We have this. We have this. That's great. The trash talking is just so 1990s. It's really just so stupid. I can't believe it's still going on. But it's kind of a matter of competition is good for the market, and it helps create and spurn innovation. And I think we're seeing that now. Nintendo had to innovate, otherwise they were going to be in you know, in the bone zone. So now they're doing well. Microsoft is trying to, like, they're doing Xbox Zero compatibility. They're doing Xbox 360 games, like, still coming to the Xbox One. They've been doing some good free game promotions. I mean, they seem like, you know, they're humble and they're trying to get back to where they once belonged. And, you know, they're also releasing their games on Windows 10. Sounds like a door opening sound effect, doesn't it? Just like the stock sound effect for opening like a creaky old door. It's times like these I kind of understand why the new Metroid on the 3DS. Oh, fuck. Why I understand why the new Metroid on the 3DS is going for, like, timed melee attacks. Adds more variety to the combat. Like, I'm not saying that was even a bad fight, necessarily, but it's just, you know, a lot of Metroid bosses are just aim, shoot, jump, shoot some more. You can't go, ugh. I guess fuck that. I don't know, I was trying to do a Shine Spark over there and see if I can get down there, but I guess that's not what's happening. Fusion, yeah, Fusion was good. I liked a lot of the bosses in Fusion. They were pretty good. All the little evolutions of the series, like the ledge grabbing, you know, just stuff like that, I think has really helped. Like, Super Metroid, in many ways, is a perfect game, and I love it. It's one of my favorite games of all time, if not my favorite game of all time. But I can't deny that this and Fusion, really. This and Fusion evolved the gameplay in a really, really nice and organic way. And seeing the new stuff that they're doing, like the full degree of aiming and the melee combat in Return of Samus, Samus Returns, I think that's a really, really good evolution. Do I think Prime 4 will bring back multiplayer deathmatch of Prime 2? I don't know. You know, I've only ever played the multiplayer in Prime 2 like 3 times. It wasn't even that bad. It's just none of my friends wanted to play it. Gonk. I really don't know. I mean, we just got a multiplayer Metroid game. I think co-op works better for Metroid than deathmatch. It's kind of a weird concept even thinking about it. Multiplayer Metroid. Here's the thing, there's still stuff in here. Isn't there like a glass tunnel that I missed? Mercury Stream killed Castlevania. How can you trust them with Metroid? Mirror of Fate was so bad. I think it's because they're working closely with Nintendo that it's not gonna be complete shit. I didn't think Mirror of Fates was terrible. I got, you know, I got a little bit. It was definitely rough around the edges. It was definitely rough around the edges. I'm more hopeful for this than Mirror of Fate. So there it is. Apparently, if you get 100% by collecting all the upgrades, the final boss difficulty actually gets harder, which is a bonus for getting everything. I missed a lot of stuff. I definitely missed a lot of stuff. I didn't get back to the surface. This was not a 100% playthrough by any means. Glass tunnel was to get back to the main map if you wanted to collect all the shit. Okay. Normally I probably would have done that, but you know what? I'm not gonna go for everything. But yeah, it's a great game. Still holds up. It's a bit short. Bill Trinan. Oh shit. Bill! Did I hear that Yoshi is using the Unreal 4 engine? Wow, we live in interesting times. Iwata Satoru? Why'd they reverse his name? Bill's name wasn't reversed. Oh, look at that. There's the baby. Baby Samus. Oh, the Japanese put the last names first. Okay, I guess we just switch them. That's strange. Okay. I missed so much shit. I didn't even get Samus and a friggin' Bailey. Oh no, if I just collected a couple more things, we could have had the golden number, the Fibonacci number. That Castlevania game, though, it is definitely a worry, because I didn't really care for that Castlevania game very much. Mirror of Fate. I'm gonna play this for a few minutes just to show you what it looks like. If you've never seen anyone play original Metroid, does not hold up very well. The controls are so floaty and weird. But it's still, there's some great things about, like, there's still some aspects about this game that I love. And it's just the big confusing world. And all the secrets and the lack of hand-holding. Man, I love this game so much. This is one of the few games that can bring me back. And just kind of, like, reignite a number of memories. Yeah, you start with 30 HP. Your beam is just like little bullets of ass. You have ass bullets. With the reach of 2 Samuses. But, the reason I was worried about, like, Mercury Stream handling Return of Samus is of course because Mirror of Fate. I played maybe half of it or less. Maybe, yeah, definitely less. And it just felt, again, it was like a very floaty game. It looked good. You know, I guess we kind of really wanted... I think the real thing was... we wanted more like Dawn of Sorrow from Castlevania on the 3DS. I was excited when I learned there was going to be a 2.5D Castlevania. I was less excited when I learned it was going to be closer to Lords of Shadow. And, it didn't really pay off. I didn't really care for it. And I think that was the main issue. I think Konami was a problem. I think the direction of the game from the start was a bit of a problem. And I feel like the developer just didn't get it right. But I think if they're working closely with... what's his name? The guy, the Metroid series director? Anyway, if they're working with that dude, and Nintendo is behind them, and they're saying, listen, this is what we're gonna do, and try to get this tight, and not floaty and stupid, I think they're gonna do a good job. Sakamoto, thank you. Sakamoto. So I do have faith in Mercury Stream. Is it gonna be the best game ever? I don't know. I'm kind of wondering. Like, I'm wondering how good this new Metroid game on the 3DS is gonna be. But I have a feeling fans are gonna be happy. Myself included. I definitely liked the way it looked. After nearly, what, like almost an hour of gameplay, things seemed to move along pretty nicely. The boss fights seemed pretty varied. The game had a level of challenge to it. The motion looked fluid and tight, not exactly floaty. I was a little worried about the aiming being a full range of motion and not 45 degrees only, just for the sake of, like, slowing down the pace of the game. And I'm still a little worried about that, but after seeing it played for a while, I think it's gonna be okay. So that's my analysis of Mercury Stream, or Mercury Rev, or whatever the fuck the name of them are. Mercury Rev is a band, aren't they? But, yeah, so, anyway, original Metroid. I want to talk a little bit about it. So, imagine climbing all the way up to the top of, like, a fucking shaft. There's no map. This is the pause menu. There is none. And, and it's just a dead end. Confusing is only the beginning. Confusing is only the beginning. But there were some, and you couldn't even crouch and shoot. And I don't even have bombs yet. So, yeah, it was a very, very difficult. No ledge grabbing, obviously. There's no wall jumping. You can't even aim diagonal. and you need bombs to get over there. But those are the tubes that I talked about when I was a kid. I just liked to go through the tubes because it was like, wow, tubes. It's very easily entertained. I did complete this game without a map, though. It should be known that, you know, you had to, like, unless you had Nintendo Power, you had to kind of make your own maps. And I actually did. I had charts, I had, like, graphs. And my cousin would play, and I would make maps. Those were, honestly, some of the best times I've ever had gaming. Me and him switching between playing and then making maps. But we never completed it together. It took me years later to play on my own and just kind of have a general feel for where everything was. Just having played it so much that I ended up eventually completing the game. But yeah, obtuse is one way to describe it. Difficult, especially starting with 30 energy. The game is still really difficult. Look at that, and I don't even have missiles yet. You know, and the movement, the pacing of the game is a lot slower too. If you see like the way Samus moves in Zero Mission, it's quite a bit different than this. There's also a pretty killer glitch that involves like going through fucking worlds. I forget how you do it, but it involves getting stuck in the door. It might only work on the NES version. Oh, that explains a lot. You gotta jump when the door closes. And you would end up, if you did it just right, you could go through the world and find like really fucked up glitch worlds. So this is actually the first corruptions I've ever done. When this was discovered, or when I discovered it at the very least, and I used to go through all these weird worlds. Oh, there it is. Okay, I think you gotta... How do you like that? Yep. Yep. That's it, I'm just stuck up here now, I have to die. Oh, look at that, they implemented a save system. I'm not gonna play anymore. I actually want to get going in just a couple of minutes. I just want to try this again. Right over here. And engage Ridley, motherfucker. I know that one works, actually. Some cheeky fucking programmer. I don't know where I am. Now I'm really stuck. We didn't get to see any of the glitch stuff, like some of the fucking tile sets get all like glitchy and fucked up and weird. Sadly, we can't see that now, but there's probably excuse me, Jesus Christ, I sat up and it was just like blip. I'm sure there's tons of footage on YouTube, but the tile sets get all fucky and you can use it to like warp around and it's kind of cool. So what do I think of AM2R versus Samus Returns? Well, that will be the last thing I talk about before I go. And I'll say that, actually, yeah, you want to see the password, don't you? Okay, fine. I'll say that both exist. AM2R is amazing, and will continue to be amazing. But now there's another... I mean, this is another reimagining entirely. So, Samus Returns is gonna be kind of using the same source material. Picture like Peter Jackson making Lord of the Rings, right? And then around the same time, Ridley Scott decided to make Lord of the Rings. I feel like that's what's gonna, you know, that's like kind of a comparison that I would use. So, the same source material, maybe it's not a good one, but it's not the best analogy I've ever come up with, but the same source material, same book, two different directors. Ridley Scott came to mind simply because I was typing the word Ridley. 80s Ridley. I'm talking 80s Ridley. Like, at the height of his power. 70s, 80s. Why didn't that work, exactly, by the way? It reset the game because it crashed. Okay. It resets on zero mission. Understood. I don't think it's gonna be, like, listen, the fan game, Nintendo shut down AM2R because internally they were working on their own Metroid 2 remake or reimagining or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I think both can exist in this world within the same space. The same kind of, you know, obviously one has been taken off the internet, wink wink. You know, you can't play it, wink, unless you Google it, wink, and then find it in 5 minutes and play it. But I think that Metroid 2 as a game had a lot of problems. And another Metroid 2, AM2R, did a great job at reimagining it with this style, the zero mission style, and took things even further and made, actually, I would say one of the best Metroid games ever. Is Samus Returns going to live up to that? I don't know. But it definitely looks different enough. I mean, there's like Eon powers, there's the melee mechanic, there's the full rotation aiming. Apparently they're adding new areas to the game. So I mean, it's going to be different enough, and it's going to be a game that has a different feel. So I don't feel like people should limit themselves like one or the other. Man, I can't. No, that one sucks. No. Like, just, you know, don't play the one if you don't want to play the fan game, and enjoy what Nintendo's putting out. But I think both should be played, because AM2R is absolutely stunningly amazing, and I think people need to check it out. But I'm also thinking Samus Returns is going to be cool, and I'm really, really, really looking forward to it. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what new lore is going to be added. And it's nice to have Metroid return in an official capacity with a budget in 2 games. So, for whoever thanked me for streaming Metroid, obviously joking, I had nothing to do with this, but happy to help.